Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Scouting. We are here in the WZ-132 on Sand River. I'm Tier 8 in a Tier 9 game, a very Tier 9 game. It's a pretty even game at 54%, and we're just going to go. So, I'm platooned with Jack 1011 Edwards in a game that was played off-stream, and I have brought you a Sand River Scouting game recently, but this is another one. And as mentioned in that previous video, on this particular game in encounter mode, if you're in a fast tank, you don't have to be in a scout. If you want a really easy scout medal, hey, just drive straight forward, pop the ridge, poke, drive along the ridge, and look at all those spots. So we've just spotted 7 enemy tanks. So, a lot of big, heavily well-armored tanks coming down the A line towards me, so we're just going to do a quick poke again. Just get another couple of spots off there. And I noticed that an AMX 1390 has advanced up the right-hand side. He's sitting in A7, so I'm kind of waiting for him to poke. And in the meantime, continuing just to poke the ridges because I want to get spots for Jack. Jack is communicating to me which tanks he wants to hit. So I'm trying to keep those tanks lit up. But because there are so many heavy tanks advancing down the A line, I'm just wondering whether or not my position is going to be effective here anymore. And I really do not want to be taking on Tier 9 heavies frontally, or hull down American tanks. So I'm kind of wondering where I can go. Now, this is a point in the game where I realize that my effectiveness over here is at an end. And we have only sent a Leopard PTA over to the cap zone. So I figure now is time to relocate because I need to get spots for my team. And we need to know what's going to be coming down the other flank. So I'm deciding to relocate. Now, I haven't fired my gun yet. I've just been doing some spotting, but I realized that we have very few tanks over this side of the map, and I need to get them spots. I need to let my team know what's coming down. So I've relocated. And I'm pushing up, gonna let my binocs kick in. I'm happy to say I'm playing the WZ-132 again. This was a tank that, even though I haven't got the ace in it yet, I haven't been playing it for a few months because the Chinese medium line and the Chinese light tank line both roll into the same line at Tier 9. So I've pushed forward, I've gotten my spots for my team. They can see that there's an IS-3, an M103 and a T-30 moving down the other flank. But as I say, I haven't been playing this tank because really, when you get to Tier 8, you've got a choice. If I've been playing the WZ-132 and the T-34-2 at the same time, it meant that one of those tanks was going to unlock the Tier 9, and then I'd end up with a pile of free XP stuck on a tank I would not be able to use. So I had to make a decision and decided to grind out the T-34-2 and stop playing the WZ-131 or 132. But anyway, yeah, I'm getting spots. I tried to track the KV-4 for Jack to get a shot in on him, but didn't have the alpha damage. But I'm now the only tank over here, and I'm just keeping these tanks lit up. Fortunately hit a building with that shot on the AMX 1390. And managed to bounce on the side. I'm shooting through trees, so I haven't been spotted. Using the trees to cover me. 1390 gets taken out, and now I'm going to see if I can track the M103. And there we go. We track him and actually managed to pen and do some damage. So that's the first damage of this game, believe it or not. So I'm keeping this guy tracked, or trying to keep him tracked for Jack. Jack's communicating to me that he's aiming, but you can see that the accuracy is not great. Jack does manage to get a shot in. So now I'm going to work on this T-30 that seems to have DC'd. IS-3 is capping. But most of my team have fallen back to cover this flank. And even though I may not have been doing a lot of damage, I was spotting enemy tanks and the threat. All those enemy tanks that were coming down the JK lines, they're now all dead. It's just the M103 left. So, job is accomplished, or my mission was accomplished. Thankfully, my team reacted to the danger. I get a shot into the KV-4 and it gets me spotted. Really surprised that shot got me spotted. But I fall back. KV-4 is misses. Gotta try and sneak one into the 263, but he gets away. So again, just pushing forward to try and get spots for my team. So T-71 has been spotted in cap. KV-4, M103 all spotted. And I'm going to try and track him for Jack. Oh, thought I was going to try and track him. Oh, 263 is back again. And again, I'm holding my fire. Just spotting these guys for the friendlies behind me to shoot. So this is a very, very big spotting game. It's not about the damage so much, but do go for a shot in the T-71. Unfortunately, I miss. It gets me spotted, and I take a hit from the KV-4. But we've got lots of tanks moving in on cap, and once again, I'm wondering just how effective my position is here. T-71 has been taken out. 263 and M103 and IS-3 are all in cover. So I figure, okay, don't know how our tanks are doing up on the right hand side, so whoop, there's my fail. Have to fail once every video. So I run into a rock, but I'm moving up to maybe try and support the tanks over to my right. But they don't need my help, so that means that there is only RT left. 3 enemy tanks and RT, all 3 enemy tanks are on the minimap. So RT is left undefended. But usually in a scout on Sand River, I'm more damage dealing. I think this is one of the biggest pure scout games I've played on this map in a long time. So there we go. Take out RT. Done my job. Mission accomplished for the day. 3 enemy tanks left. And I'm desperately going to try and get over to see if I can do some more damage before the game ends. But I did like the WZ-132. I'm very, very happy to be replaying it now. Now that the grind for the WZ-120 is over. So trying to get to the side. Miss my shot on the move. And he dies before I can take him out. So IS-3 and 103 left. Thankfully the IS-3 has some health, so maybe I'll get some more damage done. But I bounce on his side. The IS-3 for some reason is fixated on me. He ignores the other tanks, and my team take him out. So, Jack had a good game in his arty with 4 kills. I only managed to pick up the 1 kill and only did 1200 damage. But that was as pure a scout game as I think you can get on Sand River. I did very, very little damage dealing. It was all about the spotting and assistance damage, and I picked up a scout medal and a patrol duty, so pretty much a fairly perfect scout game, if I do say so myself. So I finished top on XP with 1108, 1468 damage, so one of my blind shots must have gone in, and 1 kill. I fired 16, hit 12, penned 9, but it wasn't about the shooting, it was more about spotting 9, damaging 6, destroying 1, and doing almost 5k assistance damage. I earned 43,000 credits for that with a premium account. It was my first game of the day, so 1662 on a ×2 with 831 bonus XP thrown in. Left me on a very, very nice 4,155 XP. So it was all about using the minimap. It was all about maneuvering. Sometimes when you're in scouts, you've got to keep an eye on the minimap and try and figure out where you're going to be of best use to your team. And I figured my usefulness on the right hand side of the map ended fairly quickly into the game. I was able to move over, use the ridges, use the bushes for spotting, gave my team an idea of what was coming down the other flank, and they relocated to deal with it. So pretty nice team effort too. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.